What's going on, guys? Jay, that drain guy. You guys can see we got a bathtub that's clogged up here. Apparently the maintenance guys have tried to clear this out multiple times from what I was told. When you flush a toilet, nothing backs up. I didn't actually try the sink, so let's turn that on, see if anything comes up. So we're not seeing no movement in the water in the bottom of the tub. So that means it's not connected with the sink at the blockage point. So basically the way the drains run, you have the bathtub drain and then the sink drain will tie into that. And then it will tie into the toilet and then into the main stack in the wall behind the toilet. So everything connects before tying into the stack. And if nothing is backing up when we run the sink or the toilet, that means it's going to be just in the branch line for the bathtub. Now, we're going to be using the Milwaukee M18 drain snake. We have a 5/16 cable with a bulb head. I do put a little bend on the cable just to get that extra clearing in the line. So if you're able to see the drain itself when snaking a drain, there's a shoe, what they call a shoe, and that's your drain going into the overflow. You want to make sure your cable does not shoot up there when you're trying to snake it, because you're not going to end up clearing it unless the blockage is right there. You want to make sure you get it to go down even further into the trap. So we're at the trap now. We're going to start spinning while putting pressure on the cable to force it up and jump that trap. So put the cable in forward position and then push and spin. So that is putting us just up into the trap. We're gonna, if we just leave it like that and start spinning, you're not gonna actually force it through. So we gotta do that again. That's just the first part. Now we're gonna go to the second part, put pressure. Okay, so that one was a little bit more difficult than typical. So we believe we're just at the top side of the trap now. So we should be able to spin while continuously pushing in to get that line cleared. And then hopefully this will clear in the next couple seconds. Now we're looking for any movement at all in the water or any hesitation on the actual cable itself. Looks like it is starting to slowly drop. So we're going to keep going. You guys can see the water line. Actually, I don't know if you can see that at that spot, but it is slowly going down. So like I said, we're going to keep going. So you guys can see the movement in the water now, starting to get a little bit of a whirlpool there. So why don't we pull it back, see if we got anything on the cable, and then we'll snake it again. I'm actually going to pull my cable out because I think I might be kinked up a little bit on the inside. Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that little click that basically just opened it up. So we're gonna get a nice whirlpool there now. We're going to run the water. I'm gonna pull it back. We'll see if anything's on the cable and then we'll give it another snake. So nothing came out. So this could be an issue where there's maybe an object in there. You don't see that too typical where it jumps, the object will jump the trap. So it could just be a bad connection. But like I say, everything is running. We are going to give this one more snake. So let's get that ready and go. Pardon me. So, as you guys can see, the cable's going in a lot easier now. That means we're going down the stack. So we're gonna pull it out because we know we're in the stack, and then, yeah. Got that nice whirlpool there. So we're going to do a quick cleanup, but I do want to talk to you guys about this machine. I get a lot of questions about which machine I... Oh. Bear with me for 1 second. So I do get a lot of questions about which machine I like using. So I actually have a couple Milwaukee machines. I got this one, and then I got the M12 that I typically will use for a kitchen. I prefer this one better. You can see this cover here, it goes over the casing, and it basically closes it in, seals it in, so you can't get an overspray like the other machines. And I also prefer Milwaukee because of the battery platform. And I've gone to places and not had any power, and then there wasn't a way to clear it because all I had was electrical, like what they would call a rigid K39 at the time. Now it's a K45, I believe, the new version. But if you got no power, how are you to snake out this drain? Sometimes that does happen. You come across jobs where you got no power access. So that's why I started going with the battery platform, and I did choose Milwaukee because Milwaukee does seem to be at the top echelon of the marketplace right now. So if you guys are contractors or even handyman or superintendents, maintenance guys, I would suggest you get the M18. Just be careful, know what you're doing, know how to use the machines before jumping in there, because you can kink up the cable pretty easily if you don't know what you're doing. So that's where we're going to leave this. I'm going to do a quick cleanup, but I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been Jay That Drain Guy. Sorry about the light, it's blinding me. Till next time, Taragna.